Welcome back to the Morning Blend. Since we've started the show, I've been able to share with viewers one of my passions is raising awareness for Crohn's disease. It affects both sides of my family, and so many people do live in silence. And we want to change that, and we also want to keep it local. And I'm so excited to introduce you to our next guests who Emma got a diagnosis, but decided to become a little creative since, of course, she's standing there with a chef. Well, you can figure out how the partnership worked well. And now you too can indulge in some of her great products. Welcome to the show, Emma, Zion. How are the both of you today?
We're great. Grateful to be here. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, I'm excited to get to know you a little bit, and it kind of works because of my passions and raising awareness, but also we like to highlight local businesses. So take us back, Emma, and kind of walk with us getting that diagnosis and how it impacts so much of what you eat. And there were some foods you were missing out on, so you decided to make a change.
Yeah. So I started having symptoms in 2010. That's 10 years ago. I started having symptoms and didn't know what was going on. And then I met this man here in 2011 and was experiencing symptoms, finally went to get a colonoscopy and was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. And so our entire relationship has been sort of me in this journey, in this health journey and healing journey. And I decided to take a natural approach after doctors told me that what I eat has nothing to do with my condition. I just decided to kind of rebel and, get creative. And I eliminated everything from my diet except for wholesome organic foods. And so I decided to experiment and play in the kitchen with plantains. And so we created a waffle and pancake recipe made from green plantains, which are very starchy and very nourishing and satisfying to the gut. And it's just amazing because I grew up in Puerto Rico where plantains are plentiful, and I'm used to eating them, fried, but we decided to take a very, very healthy approach and make them into a bread-like product because that's really what I was craving. So my husband just really, took that opportunity to he is a food alchemist, and he just totally took that
Made it happen.
Yeah, he made it happen.
It's interesting too, because you're with a chef, and I know Crohn's disease, it affects the diets of people very different. I'm clearly no doctor, but I do know that much in my work with the community. And so many people can eat this and they can't eat this, and another person can have that. And so you see all of these different restrictions and what works. And so you found what worked for you, but then fast forward to making this flour. Does this also help people who have other diseases, maybe who are limited and more restricted? Because I had yet heard that plantains could even be made into flour.
Right. Yeah. So this is a really new thing. We're the first company doing this in the country and pretty much the world, making a baking mix out of the green plantains. And so we decided after years, we've been running this business for 4 years, and we were making frozen waffles, and decided to take an, easier approach that will be able to be shipped all over the country. And so we source this plantain flour from Puerto Rico, where I'm from, and it is beneficial to other people with autoimmune and food allergies and food intolerances because it's dairy-free, it's nut-free, it's soy-free, it's grain-free, and it really is allergen-free. So, and yet super tasty and delicious and very much like a regular baking mix product.
I love it. We're talking about waffles too. I see the waffle mix.
Yeah.
Zion, I want to get you involved here because, again, being with someone who has Crohn's disease, their diet is limited. You're a chef who I'm sure loves to expand your palate and try new things all the time. How was this challenge for you in trying to come up with a product that Emma could eat, but everybody would be drawn to it?
That's a great question, Natalie. Thanks for asking. And I do have a passion for making people feel good through food. From an early age, like my parents were just jump in, add this and that. And so when she was just stressed and desiring that bread product, we threw it in a blender, the green plantain. And I'll show you actually a little bit of our process today. But it was just such a joy when I saw her smiling and she was satisfied. And then we found that a lot of people were delighted in this product that, it's kind of interesting. It's a fruit, but when it's green and it's dried and ground up, it's a flour that acts like, like a baking flour, and but it still digests like a fruit. So it's quick. It's actually prebiotic. So for those of us who are dealing with any digestive issue, it actually stimulates the growth of good, healthy gut bacteria.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you, maybe this is good news. You're not going to have to clean up any of the equipment that you have out for the recipe because we are out of time. But let's do this. Hopefully you revisit us again, and we'll put more fun up on our website, mamaemmas.com. I'm assuming that's the best place to go for people to learn more?
It is. And you can get a free sample on our website. So you can order the mix. And if you want to try some, go get a free sample. And yeah, check us out, mamaemmas.com. And
it's so nice to meet both of you. Please come back and let's cook the next time. We talk so much. It happens.
Thank you so much for having us.
You bet.